day, trainee. So let me introduce myself first. I am Lexine Villar, and I am your assessor for this training session. And I am here to guide your through the assessment process and to evaluate your skills and knowledge based on the required standards. So let me introduce first our 90-day facilities. So this is the practical work area, which is here to demonstrate your task. And this is a institutional assessment area. So we do not be covering yung oral questioning. So this is the contextual learning area. Next. And this is the progress chart. Before we officially begin, I would like to take your attendance first. So here. Okay, down, please. So before we start, I would like to introduce our school that where is demonstrate based. So this is the TUP Manila, which is the Technological University of the Philippines, which is known as State University for providing quality technical and professional education. So it focuses on developing skills, knowledge, and competency to meet the industry standards. So next. This is the mission and vision. And then next, I will explain to you the three CBT principles. So first is the competency-based training standards. So in this day currently, all the skills that we learn, such as manicure, pedicure, nail art, etc., all the are based on the specific standards set by the TESDA. This means that we are not just learning randomly, but we are following proper procedures that is required on the real salon work. Then next is the real work-based learning. And so this principle means that our training is similar to what happens in the real salon. Then lastly, the competency-based assessment, which means the trainee are evaluated based on their actual performance. So it is not enough that we know the steps, but we must be able to demonstrate the skill correctly. I will explain the process of the CPT framework. So the process starts with the learning phase, where is you study the module and perform the activities. Then this is followed by practice, where apply what you have learned. Then next, once you feel ready, you will undergo the assessment. Here, your performance will be evaluated based on the test criteria. Then if you meet the standards, you will be marked as competent. And if it's not yet, you will be given feedback and the chance to improve and try again. So the goal of this training or session is to ensure that you are fully skilled and ready for real work-based situation. Then next, this is the role of the trainer and role of the trainee. So I will explain to you the one important role of the trainer, which is the facilitator of learning, which is for example, in beauty care, nail care services in situ, the trainer may demonstrate proper nail sanitation procedures and then allow trainees to practice while giving feedback. Then, one of the important roles of the trainee is to act as active participant, which is this means engaging in activities and practicing skills like, for example, during a manicure session, the trainee should not just watch but actively perform the step by step and follow the proper hygiene procedures. So next is the qualification. I will show you the our qualification, which is the beauty care services, nail care, and C2 manicure and pedicure. Then this is the basic competencies and the common competencies. And this is our core competencies, which are the perfume manicure and pedicure, perform hand spa, and perform foot spa. So before we begin to our pre-assessment, please let me inform you the purpose of the pre-assessment. The purpose of this is to determine your prior knowledge and skill related to this training. This will help us identify to better support your training. So I will first administer a pre-assessment. So this is not graded. So there is no need to worry because, as I said, the purpose of this is to identify your prior knowledge and the learning skill. So I will give you the pre-assessment and answer this honestly, so I can guide your learning better throughout this training. So based on your pre-assessment results, I can see that you have a visual learning style and better through hands-on activities. So this will help you adjusting teaching strategies to match your learning characteristics. So now I want you to reflect on your own skills using the self-assessment checklist. Self-assessment checklist. So be honest and answering because it will help you understand the competencies you already have and what you still need. So now, the next is I will introduce or explain what is the progress chart or the achievement chart. So this is the progress chart. So in this will track your learning as you complete each module. Every time you successfully perform a task, it will be recorded here. Then next, the training activity matrix, which is this. This serves as your guide or roadmap for this entire session. It shows the sequence of learning act that you need to perform and the time for each module. And the next, I will show you our session plan that we will be doing in our training session. So first, the introduction, which is objectives and motivation. I will show you the objectives and motivation. The next is the pre-assessment, demonstration and discussion, then guided practice, and then independent practice, then post-assessment, and lastly, your feedback and summary. Then next, here are the learning content, which is you perform manicure and pedicure. Then so for the specific objectives, now let me state you that indicated in your information sheet. So you need to go to the learning source area to read information sheet. Use the example. the given class. Then next, I will show you the brief introduction of our discussion. So for the manicure pedicure are essential cosmetic beauty treatments for the hands, manicure and feet for the pedicure, focusing on grooming, health and aesthetics. They include cleaning, shaping, filing, polishing nails, and treating chemicals to enhance appearance and improve comfort. These treatments often feature moisturizing, exfoliation, and massage to promote skin health and relaxation. Then next, um, let us proceed to the lecture and discussion of the contextual learning area, which is here. So in this part of our session, we will connect the lesson to real life application, especially in actual salon work under the beauty coordinator services NC2 of DESTA. So before we continue, I would like to ask one question to check your prior knowledge. So my question is, what do you think is the importance of proper sanitation before performing a manicure or pedicure service? Okay, thank you for your answer. That is correct and very good thinking. For now, you will take your 15 minutes break and go to the practical work area for the demonstration. Okay. So this is the practical work area, and for this task, I will demonstrate you how to perform the basic manicure and pedicure services. Then in this demonstration, I will show you our tools and materials that we will be going to use on our demonstration. Then I will demonstrate first our task. First, I will prepare the materials. So now that I have demonstrated the procedure, you will now do your return demonstration. So you will apply about what you observed and I will go around to guide you and assess the performance. assessment. So we are here in the institutional assessment area. Before we begin, kindly sign the attendance sheet. So at this point, I would like to formally orient you regarding your institutional assessment in the kernel services and see through under the next slide. So for the assessment, we will base on the module Perform Manicure and Pedicure Services, where you will demonstrate your competency and providing basic healthcare services. So as your assessor, my role is to observe your performance during the assessment, evaluate your skills based on competency standards, ensure fairness in grading, and provide final assessment results. So you will be assessed through performance-based assessment, and you are expected to complete the assessment within 2 hours. So please be informed that all assessment results are strictly confidential. This will be used only for evaluation purposes and will not disclose without proper authorization. So after your evaluation, your performance will be rated as competent if you meet all the standards and not yet competent if you need further improvement and reassessment. And if you have any medical condition, on special need, please inform me so that allowable adjustments can be provided without compromising assessment standards. So for the goals in the assessment, you need to follow the instruction carefully, and for the goals, do not rush the procedure and do not ignore the instruction. So finally, always remember that your safety is very important on this medical process. So before we begin your performance, I will now give you the specific instruction for your test. So you are required to perform a complete manicure and pedicure services under the beauty care and nail services and safety of desktop. So please observe the instruction carefully. Listen carefully. So first, prepare and check all your tools, materials, and equipment. Next is ensure proper sanitation and safety procedures before starting service. So now, you will complete the procedure within 2 hours. So if anything is not clear, please feel free to ask now so that I can assist you before you start. So if not, you will start now and check the rating sheet. Okay, thank you and congratulations.